Hello everyone, it's Brett here, Lionheart84, and I'm hoping you're going to be able to hear me on this. If you can't, there's a bit of a problem, but I haven't got a remote speaker, so I'm going to speak up nice and clearly. I can't get the camera any closer because I won't get the plants into view. Now, we're in the middle of September, and I thought I'd better do an update on the Tamarillos. These are the three plants. Let me tip the camera so you can see them. These are the three that I've been featuring in my previous videos. Let's go down so you can see the pots as well. And as you can see, the two outer ones, which were always the best ones, have done extremely well. Now, I've got no issues with this one. This is the light. You can see this one in the middle is the light green one. This is the one that died right back last winter, and it's in a smaller pot, and it's doing quite nicely. But when you see the others in comparison, the other two are completely out of hand now, particularly this one here. Now, the issue I've got, if I can show you, I'm relatively small at 5'10". This Tamarillo here now is at least 8 feet tall, including the pot. I suppose the pot is about 18 inches, so the plant's, well, it's over 8 feet tall, so it's probably 7 feet tall without the pots. And the one to my right hand side is between 6 and 7 feet tall, including the pot. Now, these are going to be impossible to put inside over winter, and to be honest, this single shoot is just growing and growing and growing, and the main growing shoots don't normally flower, I believe, on Tamarillos. So as we're in the middle of September, what I thought I would do is take a chunk off the top of this one now, because part of this experiment was to see what pruning would be needed on them to try and encourage them to develop side shoots and flower. Well, obviously this one I've left. It's got a few green fly on it, but not too many. The trouble is, in winter they get absolutely covered in green fly, especially when they're inside my house. So what I was thinking of doing was, when they get to the point where they're effectively dormant, perhaps late in October, and the cold stops them growing, what I was planning to do was cut all of the leaves off them and just leave them as bare stems and put them in my garden shed and hope that would be, or some house, and hope that would be warm enough for them. But what I'm going to do for now, because this plant's just growing insanely, is I'm going to take about a foot off the top. So I'm going to take it off about here. It's painful to cut the top off, but it serves its purpose. I'm going to cut it at an angle. Now, I don't know if these need to have the wounds sealed, so what I'll probably do is come out after I've cut it. That's what I've taken off. They have a very unusual sort of burnt popcorn smell. I can't say it's particularly appealing to me. Now, I'm hoping by cutting the main shoot off that this will cause side shoots to grow out. Now, the only problem I've got is they're not likely to come out now because it's too late in the season, but there's really no point it growing any bigger. What I want it to do is just focus on the roots. Now, the other problem I have with the height of them, because they're outside, is they keep blowing over in the wind because they're just too tall for the size of the pot. Now, I could put them in a larger pot, but I don't want to be repotting them again at this time of the year because the likelihood of root rot is going to be much higher. So I'll just move the camera slightly so you can see me treat this one as well. You can probably see this one isn't as tall as the other one. Now, this one's actually got at least 3 shoots this has got 3 side shoots on it, and I'm not planning to take the side shoots off at the moment, as it's the side shoots that should develop flowers at a later time. So I think the best thing to do at the moment is also take this one off take about a foot off that one as well. I'm not going to bother trying to root those shoots because I've got so many Tamarillos now. I've got about 6 or 7 plants. The other ones, which are smaller, I've already tipped to try and encourage them to branch out, but they're so big now I'm not sure where I'm going to put them over winter. But I thought for the people who've been following the progress of these particular 3 plants, I thought you'd be interested to see what was happening. There's certainly no signs of flower buds appearing on the side shoots, but if I can keep them alive over winter, I'm obviously a lot more optimistic that I might see some flowers on them next year and potentially fruits. But the thickness of the stems at the bottom, they're at least 2 inches wide now, so they'll be getting a lot more cold tolerant, so they should survive okay in the summer house as long as I keep them fairly dry in winter. And that's another reason for taking the leaves off them, because I'm not sure if it'll do them any good taking the leaves off, but they do use a huge amount of water, and they also attract green fly, as I said, like a plague in winter. So by taking the leaves off, they're obviously going to have almost no green fly on them, because the green fly aren't really interested in the stems. So but I thought that would interest anybody wanted to see how they were doing. But I've just cut them back to make them more stable and to hopefully encourage even more side branches on them. So let's just show you that one. Again, so that's the top foot taken off it. As you can see, it's still quite a substantial sized plant, and the leaves are absolutely huge on these. It's actually got a couple of spiders' webs on it, which hopefully will keep on top of the pests. So I'm going to give them I've been giving a little bit of feed, but not too much. They've just grown really mad since they got into the fresh soil, but all of my others are doing pretty good as well. So just hoping that we might get some flowers and fruits on them next year, 'cause it's getting a bit frustrating if I struggle to keep them alive over winter and don't get any fruits on them. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. If you have done so, thumbs up, share with anybody you think's interested. Obviously subscribe to my channel if you're interested in anything I'm trying to grow, and remember to click on the bell if you'd like to get updates on these and any other of my unusual fruit subtropicals or tropicals. I'll catch up with you on the next video anyway. Everybody look after themselves. Thanks a lot for watching. Brett out for now.